This video is going to be a response to one I did a couple days ago called Ascension Inhibiting Toxins to Avoid, and that video covered all of the poisons that are sprayed over us and injected into us and are found in our daily lives that really hamper our nervous systems and our body's ability to be energetic beings. So go check out that video. I'll link it down below. This video is going to be me covering different supplements and concepts to best detoxify your body from those to be your most energetic, healthiest, strongest self. And let's get started. So first, before I get into actual supplements, I want to just talk about a few holistic health concepts, because you can take all the supplements you want, but if you're not living a healthy lifestyle under that, it's still just going to be band-aid effects. So first and foremost, water. Just drink enough water. Your body's not going to be able to detoxify itself if you don't drink enough water. So it's the most basic thing that I tell every single one of my clients. Just simply drink half your body weight in ounces of water per day. That's it. And we are chronically dehydrated because I live in the Pacific Northwest. People around here are basically addicted to coffee, and coffee is very dehydrating. I bet, a couple of people watching this video right now are sipping on their morning coffees. And soda, juice, all types of other energy drinks, things like that, they're all diuretics, they're all dehydrating, so drink enough water. You will detoxify, and water itself, I'm not going to get off on a tangent on that, but if you look into Dr. Emoto's studies and Victor Schauberger's studies, water is basically the bridge between the physical and metaphysical. That's why our planet is 70% water. That's why we are 70% water. And that's why our sun literally emits what's been known as star water. It emits oxygen and hydrogen ions. So when that intercepts planetary atmospheres, it'll turn into ozone and actual water itself. Our basically what I'm saying is our universe is made to make water, so drink it. Secondly, rebounding and sweating. These are two things that, we're kind of collectively lazy as a society, so we don't really get up and move and rebound enough. That'll help drain your lymph nodes and move fluid around your body. So rebound and also sweat. That goes along the lines with the dehydration I was just talking about. We don't sweat enough because we're often dehydrated, but like I said, we're just kind of lazy. So sweat, right? However you want to do it. Exercise, put on a couple sweatshirts and lay under an electric blanket, sauna, whatever you want to do. And lastly, balance stress. And I'm not going to go off on too long of a tangent with this one, but stress in our bodies follows the same lines as the yin and yang concept, right? That's why that concept of duality is so important, because you can explain a lot of stuff with that. A lot of people have the connotation of stress being just a bad thing, but in regards to our nervous systems, stress is both a good and a bad thing, right? You have to have good and bad. You have to have one and two. So when it comes to our autonomic nervous system, we have two branches of that. We have what's called the sympathetic and the parasympathetic branches of our autonomic nervous system. So follow along here. The sympathetic branch of our nervous system is associated with the fight or flight response, right? So that's your adrenal gland pumping out a bunch of cortisol and norepinephrine and stress hormones, and that's typically what most people are always in. Just look at our world. Our world is so stressed. Our lives are so stressed. It's kind of been made that way by our human farmers, but everybody's stressed. So we have to honor more of that parasympathetic response. That's associated with your rest and digest part of your nervous system, or it's also called feed and breed, I think. But the parasympathetic, to stimulate that, requires relaxation, requires literally meditation, yoga, tai chi, go get a massage, whatever you want to do that actually relaxes you will stimulate the parasympathetic response. And doing that, helping to balance all of these stress hormones, will help your body detoxify and manage whatever's going on with it far better. So now that all of that is aside, I'm trying to talk quick here. I don't want this to be too long of a video. We will get into these supplements. Now, first and foremost is chlorella. Chlorella is a freshwater algae. It's a very fine powder. You can take it in capsules and tablets as well. But it's very dark green pigment because it's so full of chlorophyll. It's one of the highest compounds on Earth in its chlorophyll content. And chlorophyll is basically plant blood, but it helps to oxygenize our body. chlorophyll is what makes it green. So taking in high amounts of chlorophyll will help oxygenize you and help detoxify you. And chlorophyll will actually make your cells release toxins a lot easier. And the fibrous cell wall of chlorophyll cells will attach onto toxins very easily. So chlorophyll is very effective at eliminating the heavy metals that, like I said, are sprayed over us and injected into us and that we eat and consume. So there you go, chlorella. Number 2 is what's called fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is an organic compound that's found in soil and water and rock sediment. It's found pretty much everywhere, but it's created by microorganisms in the soil, and plants will then uptake it into their roots and use it themselves. So fulvic acid is something, it's where do I want to go with this? It's the strongest electrolyte known to man, and it can actually carry 60 times its weight in different electrolytes and also in toxins and poisons. So if you take in fulvic acid, not only will it help detoxify you and carry that shit out of your body, but it also help with nutrient absorption and help stuff go into your cells too. So fulvic acid is something very helpful to supplement with, because we just don't get it in our bodies anymore since over agriculture and all the pesticide usage and the pollution of the planet. Fulvic acid levels are dropping, so it's a very good supplement to take. I just took mine about 15 minutes ago. 3 is zeolites, and zeolites are volcanic minerals that form where volcanic ash meets with alkaline water. So there's actually some springs, I believe, around Asia and Russia that have very high natural levels of zeolites, and a lot of people will go sit in these springs and it'll literally almost reverse the aging process because of how well zeolite detoxifies you and how strong of an antioxidant it is. So you can take zeolites in pills and powders and things like that, but zeolite, what it is, it has no nutritional properties and the body can't break it down, so it's very safe. There's even been some studies done on nursing and pregnant mothers with it. It's very, very safe. But what it'll do, it has a cage-like structure to it, and it'll actually magnetically attract the poisonous molecules into it, and it can't get out. They can't get out. That's why it's so safe with pregnant nursing mothers. Potentially, I'm not going to say it is, but potentially. And that's why it's so safe for detoxification in general, because once that poisonous molecule, whether it's a heavy metal or PCB, DDT, whatever, gets sucked in, it ain't coming out, and that gets out of the body. So zeolites are very effective. Number 4, I have 5. Should have said that earlier, but number 4 here is stabilized oxygen. And you can buy different stabilized oxygen liquids that you add to purified water that help to oxygenate the water. And I've taken a lot of these supplements before, and they're very helpful with endurance, with hydration, energy levels, all sorts of that. But the thing with oxygen supplements is that they are very helpful because we live in an oxygen-starved world. Our world is extremely polluted. Agriculture has, like I keep saying that, but agriculture has completely decimated the natural nutrients in our foods, cooking processes, and even things like bad posture inhibit our breathing, and we just don't get enough oxygen to our bodies. That's why the first ebook I wrote on health was about posture. I'm writing another one on nutrition next. But even, things like that inhibited breathing. And like I said earlier, that stress, that sympathetic stress response, we're always in that fight or flight response. When we're in that fight or flight response, we tend to be chest breathers as opposed to diaphragmatic belly breathers. So we're stressed out, we have bad posture, we don't breathe right. Low oxygen. Also, along the lines of that pollution that I mentioned, studies have shown that in ancient times, thousands of millions of years ago, our atmosphere used to be 30 to 35% oxygen. Now it is down to 21% because of all the pollution there is. And some studies have shown if you live in a large city during rush hour, that can even fall down to 9 to 10% of oxygen levels in the atmosphere. So doing an antioxidant supplement would be helpful. And lastly, this is not a supplement, but it's a food, and that is cilantro. Adding cilantro into your diet, throwing it on salads, or I juice it. I juice a lot of cilantro. It is very helpful at detoxification. And apparently what cilantro does is that it will dampen the electromagnetic force associated with the poisonous and heavy metal molecules, so they detach from our cells easier. Kind of along the lines of the zeolites being able to electromagnetically suck in the heavy metal toxins. Cilantro pretty much does the same thing. It just loosens it up from our bodies a bit easier, so then we can get it out of us. So there you go. There's some concepts to think of and 5 supplements that will help you detoxify your body, best support you in becoming more of a not only physically but mentally and spiritually energetic human. Hope you enjoyed any of that. I'm going to post some links down below of affiliate links to products, so go check them out if you would like. And what I'm going to post down below is nothing I would ever tell anybody to take. They're going to be from companies that I like or I have taken before and did some research for you guys. So go check them out, and then also check out my website and everything else with that, because I post a lot of health education on there. So anyway, thank you guys. Let me know in your comments what you think, what you have questions on, and thanks for watching.